Okay.
Welcome everybody to the episode of Pixels Politics. I'm your host Dougie. This is my co-host Bray. We have returning guest, fellow podcaster Cam from the Watchtower, and I'm sure most of you know 3 million Epstein files released. So we're gonna kind of take off the top here. This is not going to be a super deep dive like we normally do, but to be honest with you, there's already so much out there. It's plenty of content to cover, and this will probably be keeping us busy for the next few weeks. So, yeah, lots of big names just immediately right off the bat. We've got Bill Gates, Trump, of course, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. We have some new names, some returning names. We've got Elon Musk. We've got a lot of people who are caught in lies, just outright caught lying. I do want to start with a video that we've shown quite a few times. Ray, I'm sending it to you now. It's my favorite. It's my all-time favorite one so far. Go ahead and pull it up. Have you seen this one, Cam?
Oh, wait. How do I? Shoot. Yeah, go ahead. No, I don't think I've seen this one, though.
It's my favorite.
If anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women too, besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited. We have released all credible information, and the information that the Department of Justice and the FBI never releases is information on investigations that are not credible. And we don't release the names of victims who weren't credible, but in the same time, we don't release the names of victims who were credible. And so the information, that's by law.
Yeah. So we've proved that that's a lie multiple times. We're gonna do it again today. Don't worry, guys. And we have an addition here. So he said that they don't release the names of victims. They did actually accidentally today release the names of victims too. So this guy, just fantastic all around. He can't tell one single piece of truth, just constant lies. God bless. Love that for us. But yeah, is there a particular name you guys would like to start with, or should we just kind of run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was emails back and forth with. Go ahead.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Do you like Five Nights at Freddy's, Cam?
I don't think is that a game. I don't think I've ever played that, to be honest.
You've never played Five Nights at Freddy's?
Mm-mm.
It's like it's a horror game where you're a guy.
I'm more of a Call of Duty kind of guy. Black Ops 2, DSR sniping type. That's my shit.
You look like a Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
I get asked all the time if I'm in the military. It's the fucking mustache, but I respond with absolutely not. I'm not going to go and fight fucking Israel's wars. Come on now.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
All right. So yes.
Yeah, no.
Good.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror game where the animatronics at this like kids like Chuck E. Cheese places come alive, and you're a night security guard, and you have to defend the place against the animatronics from killing you. And you have like cameras and stuff, and essentially Epstein messaged someone about it in 2017 and sent them a link. I'm not gonna expand the image because but you get the picture. He was sending animation gifs of sexual Five Nights at Freddy's porn to his buddy over email.
Dude, this guy, yeah. So like, just to summarize, if you know what Chuck E. Cheese is, Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror game version of that. There's a fandom part of it that's I don't know if they're like part furry or what, but they sexualize the animatronics. And apparently Epstein was an enjoyer. We'll just say that much. A lot of the content that was posted is just straight pornography, and some of that pornography was this. Yeah, it's Five
These
Nights
elites,
at Freddy's.
I think it's interesting because like these elites get into some disgusting shit because they have so much money and they get so tired of the regular, I guess, heterosexual relationship that they feel the need to get into some nasty shit. Like it's just It's always been mind blowing to me. Like the CP, like all that crazy stuff, like because they just get so bored with good regular women. So it's like they have the feel the need to get in. I don't know. I've that's always blown my mind. That's how billionaires are, like big politicians, actors. What like I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
I don't
Crazy.
Maybe
understand
it's because like when you become a billionaire, no woman could ever possibly love you for yourself.
no, yeah, absolutely not. Like they get into
That's why they
yeah,
have a bunch
they
of
get into the
gay
relationship.
relationships. Yeah,
Yep, they get
and
bored
fuck the
and then they
goats
get
and
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand the free time. This guy apparently has so much free time. So the rumor is, and there's like some emails associated that he was assaulting women like a lot throughout the day. But we also know that he's in constant communication with politicians and celebrities and like stock traders and shit. You know, like this guy is supposed to be
Who-
really busy, right?
Yeah.
Who was what the video of him was it Australia's former like prime minister, his daughter or something? That video of him, he had the coat on, they both
I know
had
what
the
you're talking
coats on,
about.
they were walking out of his house and he was like trying to
Yeah.
shield her away from
Yeah.
the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, that was a crazy. Another thing I saw, I didn't see like I haven't really looked into this stuff cuz I think it just dropped today, right? All these files.
Yeah.
But I saw a clip on Twitter, a post. It was Ehud Barak, former
Yeah,
Israeli prime
we have-
minister,
Mm-hmm.
saying like, "Oh yeah, don't tell him or tell him I'm not Mossad." Smiley face. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
we have that. So we're gonna
Yeah.
we think it's important to show as we like talk about it because people want to see the proof. Which you should. We've talked about
Yeah.
Barack before, Ahmad Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, Virginia Gulf, who was also a victim, probably one of the most outspoken, and said she would never kill herself, and then supposedly killed herself. She actually named him too in previously. So he comes up again. We have that file. We'll be showing that, of course. But yeah, I just don't understand how they have so much free time, man. So how do they manage to run the world while at the same time, like you said, become so bored from apparently getting so much action that they have to experiment this or like I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you. I don't understand it. I don't know how you end up on this. You're dealing to FNAF porn on 4chan. Like that is interesting. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah,
You said the animation was really nice. Also, you'll see here in this image as well, these other URLs here, where it says images.fortune.org. And so you see how it says /S. S is a board on 4chan called Sexy Beautiful Women, and this is the name of the file that was uploaded. I tried to go into the 4chan archive on the Wayback Machine to see if I could go back to visit these URLs at that point in time when it was uploaded in 2013.
Mhm.
And
This game
all
is
of
that
them-
old?
yeah.
No. Oh no. The FNAF game was like 2015, 2016 or something like that. I think
I see.
it might be 2013, but I don't think is that old. It might be that old. Anyways, I tried to go back to these URLs in the Wayback Machine in the 4chan archives, and all three or four of these links I tried to visit were all excluded. You
Really?
cannot view these using the archive system. You can't. It's not possible.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just something I'd point out.
I think it's
So-
funny too because like I feel like a lot of people don't think that these high status celebrities or billionaires or whatever they're not kind of tapped in to the whole internet space, but it's like they definitely are. Like that's like the most obvious thing. Like Jeffrey Epstein having a fucking 4chan account, like that's not surprising.
Well, I mean, it kind of speaks volumes, right? I think it actually kind of funny because it bridges like the alleged gap between the billionaire elite and the basement dwellers. So essentially, the billionaire elite and the basement dwellers are pretty much just doing the same thing. They're on the same playing field, even. You're better off being a basement dweller than a billionaire because you're less likely to get assassinated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something I would point out.
Yeah. So this one, we're gonna kind of cover both sides, so don't lose your minds on whether or not Republicans or Democrats are more, on the worst side. But we have Bill Clinton, and we already know he's visited the island a ton of times. That's been confirmed. However, apparently, and we'll probably figure this out when we do the deep dive. Apparently, if you search his name up, in the registry for where the documents are released, it'll take you to Braden. You remember we went through and we saw all the blacked out CSAM areas. It takes you to those. So Bill Clinton's name is attached to entirely blacked out CSAM content, which if you don't know what CSAM
nothing
is,
surprising there.
Yeah, there's nothing surprising, but I think it's important that we don't let anyone slip through the fingers, because Bill Clinton was another one who was like, yeah, just release more files, and as to cover his own tail. But again, he's another one.
Yeah.
Well, these people want the files released because they know that the DOJ is just going to keep 95% of it redacted. That's like, they don't care because they're not going to get caught. But I mean, like you said, things slip through the cracks and people actually kind of decode these things, look past the black lines. Because I think the last batch of files that they released, weren't people using like they were using something to be able to look past the black lines that were redacted, the information that was redacted, something like that?
Yeah, you could. So I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but some of them you could just copy the redacted lines, paste it into Notepad, and see what it said.
Right. Right.
Interesting enough, the only ones that you could do that to were some that had already been debunked, and some that were just mostly meaningless stuff. However, the content that was very serious, you couldn't do that for. So my guess is that was somewhat intentional. Braden calls it the kebab technique, where you kind of give the dog the smallest fruit in your basket to make them go away, and then you can just move on your way down the trail. And I think that was kind of what they were doing. And I imagine this will be the same thing. So if this is the the stuff that we're getting, I imagine the stuff, again, that's real deep inside these files, and the stuff they haven't shown us yet is way worse. And we've seen, escalating severity when it's come to the files. It started out kind of simple, to be honest with you. It was like, he had contact with this politician or this politician's aide, and here's some stuff that had already been released, and already leaked. We just redacted it for no reason, stuff like that. And then the next batch was like, all right, he's communicating with some higher ups. There's some real pictures here. There's a lot of CSAM here. And now, honestly, guys, today, the stuff that we'll be showing is kind of crazy. And
you want to see something crazier?
Yeah, the fact that there's 3 more million is so wild to me. But
so I looked at one of the files, and it listed his IP address or whatever when he sent a thing through Gmail, and I pulled up the location of the IP, and it's right outside of Grayson County Law and Grayson County Courthouse in Texas. So this would have been, I think this was like 2019 is what it said in the email. But this is where he sent an email from at some point, right outside of Munson and Munson, which is an attorney's office.
What?
Bro, he's just shopping at Target.
Yeah,
that too. He could have been shopping at Target too, yeah.
What was the email? Do you know what the email was?
No, it only showed that he sent an email and the
Jeffrey
IP
Epstein, the billionaire, who owns islands and mansions, is just shopping at Target for sure, guys.
I mean, no, he's more likely at an attorney's office or something like that. But this is probably around the time he was chilling around in Zorro Ranch or whatever. That's why he was outside in Texas.
What was the last one I just sent you? Ah, yes.
This one?
So
this one?
This is a big one. Elon Musk, who famously has denied every connection with Epstein, apparently they say he was begging, whatever, I don't think it matters, was asking more than one time to go to the island and participate in a party. And this is after he was a known pedophile, Epstein.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, this says 2013.
yeah, there's a second one, I believe.
Elon Musk to Island, December 6th. Is this still happening? This guy is like so autistic. He's just like I don't think this is maybe the first party he was ever invited to was on Epstein Island. Just because he had money.
You might be right.
I mean, before he was bald, so he probably didn't get invited to anything.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
like, you know, he famously said he had nothing to do with him, and here we go. Can we read the email out loud?
Yeah. Just a reminder, Elon Musk was asking about coming to your island on January 2nd. Begin forwarded message. Leslie Groff.
So we actually seen that name before during one of our dives, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Oh, Leslie Groff is on IMDb. I think. Yeah. I don't know if that's too much Botox or not enough. I can never tell.
She looks like
Right,
she played
he's back
some
to-
role in the trafficking network.
Probably. Actually, I could fly back early on the 3rd. We will be in St. Bart's. When should we head to your island on the 2nd? Love how like totally conspicuous he is in the fucking emails. Like fucking Jeffrey has a whole like fucking stanza at the bottom of his email that says, "Please delete immediately upon reading this email." And then Elon's just like, "So I'm gonna be in St. Bart's, man. When are we going to the fucking island, dude?"
Yeah.
Love how blatant he is.
Well, there's
Need
like
to fly.
it stands
Yeah.
out like he feels so untouchable, right? That like that's what it for
Yeah.
Epstein, for him, and all these emails and his communications, he, from what I gather, felt like he was very untouchable.
Yeah.
Why would I delete it? He's literally emailing himself, by the way, like memos and like details. That's how he
Yeah.
worked out his own thoughts and recorded information. Was that he sent himself tons of emails.
Yeah. And then
What's that
like,
one? Make that
Yeah.
3 years in a row. What's that one off to the side?
It's 3 years in a row. Elon Musk
Probably
was
just
asking to go to
Tallulah
an
and me.
island.
What day night will be
day?
the wildest party on your island? Oh my
That's
Yeah.
such a
Like,
weird.
I got
question to ask.
Okay, Elon, sure.
No, I mean he's just autistic, like right? Like this, like I don't know. Just reading this, I feel like I'm getting a little.
2012 is that the time when was that when Tesla started getting a little bit of notoriety, kind of
Momentum?
2012,
Kinda.
2013, yeah,
Probably
around there.
tentative breakfast party with Bill Gates invited Ron Barron and Josh Harris. Gregory Rich is on holiday in Aruba. Reminder: Elon Musk to Island, December 6th. Is this still happening?
Yep. And again, I just famously want to point out that, or I just want to point out that Elon famously said he had no connection with Epstein. He never had any interest in blah, 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 blah. He wanted to go to the island. He emailed about going to the island. Apparently, he got denied access to the island, which is, you know, maybe that's just something. I don't know. But he's a liar. And again, I just want to point out, I want to compare it to the normal reaction of a human being, right? Like if I found out that somebody I knew to the point that I wanted to go and visit them was a fucking pedophile sex trafficker, I wouldn't come out and lie that I had never had any interest. I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like if my friend got exposed, I'd be like, oh my God, I had no idea. How horrible. That's crazy. I just thought he was a tax lawyer or something, you know? Like, yeah, he was just known for throwing great parties. I was going to go get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a normal reaction. Not to say that you never had any interest, you know, play this ego card of, me, never. I'm not in that loop. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's wild to me. I don't. Clearly, he knew. Clearly, he was interested in getting in on the action. Sorry, you're exposed, buddy.
Elon's canceled.
Well, I think there's
now.
kind of a, I mean, I at least that I've seen with Bill Gates and Trump, like, you know, these people, they kind of deny it. These people that are in that surrounding circle, they deny it at first. And then once there's damning evidence that they were a part of that, they're like, oh, well, you know, I just went to have dinner with the guy. I didn't know he had a 14-year-old the same day. Like, But it's like, really, dude? Like, because they lie. If you lie once, you're gonna lie again. I mean,
true.
dude.
True.
Except if they like cross their hearts, swear to die, then they don't. But they didn't do that, so.
Bothers me so much that Bill for me is one of the ones that stand out as the most obvious as early as possible. The fact that this guy is just like, he's just living it up. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they've already dropped pictures of CSAM with him involved, and he's just living it up in a mansion like a fat cat. He's not the only one. There's a bunch of others here that it's very obvious. Like I'm saying, we have definite proof. Fucking hell, guys. We're literally like the government. Like we have. This is the big one. We've all assumed that they're all just the pedophile elites running the country, but like this is it. There's literal video evidence and picture evidence right here on our screens. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is the world we're living in.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting what he says right there. Says, we take all Jewish people, sourcing can be done through relatives, ask them to do 23andMe tests, do event for everyone who is 98% Jewish. Also, all of them are not religious. Is he trying to insinuate that all the smartest Jews, they don't agree with Zionism? No, I don't know.
I mean,
thought
that's
interesting.
If you keep things racially pure, it's easier to maintain IQ as it goes.
Also, who was, I'm sure you guys have, I'm sure you guys saw this, the scientist or whoever Epstein was talking to in an email where they were talking about genetically modifying black people to make their IQs higher.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the scientist, but yeah, we saw that. Again, this guy just has so much free time while at the same time is busy gooning and hurting women and children and boys, and he's running the world at the same time. Like what, like, bro? How, like he's also an avid reader. You know what I'm saying? Like what is going on? Like what is this guy's? I don't want to see his life, but like what the fuck does his day to day, hour to hour look like? You know what I'm saying? Sheesh.
He was telling a congresswoman what's to say in the middle of a hearing.
Yeah, dude.
That was insane when she was texting him. Oh my God.
And the fucking
she's still in
proof.
office. She's still in office, guys.
Yeah.
Her fellow congressmen refused to censor her. Refused. They did a vote. There was like two senators like, yeah, that's bad. That's it. Everybody else is like, I should just tell you. Like what's going on.
Yeah.
Read this one.
Doug, I'm not reading all this shit out loud.
All right, I'll summarize.
Yeah. Just
So
summarize this shit.
this one is just evidence that he was playing a role puppeteering politically. And famous, we kind of had some entry on this when it came to Barack Obama's aide, whose name I'm just now blanking on, sorry. But specifically when it came to Libya and Syria, Epstein had a large amount of influence over whoever, I think it was Obama's administration at the time period, as to what the American foreign policy was going to be towards those countries, which was mostly bombing them, to be honest. So this is just kind of confirming that, basically.
Yeah, it talks about Libya and talks about Greg Brown saying he has friends with MI6 and Mossad willing to help identify stolen assets and get them recovered. So they're probably talking about a, bait and switch where they have someone, take over the country and they swoop in and save the day and take the assets with it.
Yep. And again, this is a guy who everyone keeps calling a tax lawyer, which is just hilarious. But like you said, he starts off as, oh, that guy's a tax lawyer. Oh yeah, that guy. I've been to some parties. There were no underage, children there. It was just party. Oh yeah, I hopped on a plane with him and we took a tour of Africa. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Who is that to Musk? Is related? Kimball?
Yeah, that's Kimball Musk. That's his brother.
Yep.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so his brother,
Oh, wow.
we had, there's direct evidence here in the emails that his brother requested one of the trafficked women, which, by the way, I don't want to play I know I've kind of beaten the dead horse with the stick. Should we play the clip again of Kash Patel saying there's no evidence, no credible evidence?
Now his bug eyes kind of freak me out.
It's okay. When I clip it, don't worry, I'll put it there. It's my favorite. But yeah, so this is Kimball, who is Elon
Better be
Musk's
nice to
brother.
Blank. Jeffrey goes crazy when someone mistreats his girls/friends, so better be very nice to her. And Jeffrey and I better have a special treatment at your ceremony. Winky face. Great
Yeah.
to hang out with you. See you very soon. Please keep me posted. Are your travel plans to New York City? I'm in New York City very often as well, until sometime soon. Per our conversation, great to hang out today. Jeffrey and Boris, many thanks for connecting me with Blank. I believe you both played a role.
Isn't that awesome, guys? Don't we just love that? Can you also something I wanted to point out? Look how it's not in this one, but they do have a tendency of blacking out the names in the from and to sections, which they're not to victims, they're not from victims. So
Yeah.
Again, it's more redactions for perpetrators for whatever reason that they give.
Wait, why was the subject medication use higher among overweight obese kids?
I don't know.
Why was that were they just forwarding on the same thread? And it originally started out like that and turned into that shit.
Yeah, it's just, again, it speaks to how open they are about it and how little fear they have had about persecution and still have, because again, everyone we're talking about today not only is running around free, but they're rich as fuck. They're richer than all three of us combined times 1,000 times 10,000. It's just, this is the world. Again, right here. See how it
from
says
Melania
two?
Trump?
Yeah. I mean, that's allegedly that's what it is. It's her name there, and for some reason, the address it's going to is blacked out. You're gonna tell me that that's a victim? That's why that's blacked out? No, come on.
I mean, I can just go to the Epstein browser. Epstein browser. Look for someone whose name starts with G. It'll probably be that person.
I don't know if this site has been updated yet. Oh, maybe it has. It looks like there's a bunch of new names.
Oh, Gerald Edelman.
Entirely
It's
blocked
all
out.
So much evidence.
This is the guy.
Oh, wow, it turns out that guy was a pedophile. We thought he was just a tour guide.
I mean, he's the tour guide for the pedophile, so yeah, he would obviously
Fair
be a
enough.
pedophile too.
Dude, we thought when we covered it first, we thought he was just the tour guide for a trip to Mexico or some shit. Turns out he is also again, those images are entirely blacked out, but his name is associated with them. So he's in there somewhere amongst all the darkness, and why they've decided to black all of it out, is entirely beyond me. But again,
oh wait, no, it says nice story about Jeffrey Epstein in New York, Matt. You look great on the picture. So this person wrote a story. So this person's a journalist.
So why are they blacked out? Not a victim.
That's a great question.
Definitely not a victim.
You're not wrong. Why is Melania's name blacked out? Even though it says Melania here.
I don't know. It's a good question. Probably because listen, this is the bone, right? They gave us Melania. We don't have proof
Ghislaine. That's why.
Well, we don't have
Ghislaine. Yeah, Ghislaine is still under investigation, technically, quote unquote. So maybe that's why. But I did get her phone number, and I am going to call it.
Did she get transported to almost like a woman's camp in Texas or something like that?
I don't know. Or I'm gonna call the number though. See if she picks up. Would be nice.
I heard she's
like, hey, can you give me a job? I'm looking to make some money.
She did get transferred. I don't know where, but I heard it's a nice place. The rumor is that she's currently blackmailing Trump.
I mean, you can blackmail half the world at this point.
True, not wrong.
Maybe they'll just make her the next president. Kimball Musk, brother of Elon Musk, assures Jeffrey Epstein he won't hurt his girl. Message received wide and clear. Seriously, I'm very happy with time so far with Jennifer. She's great. Oh, they didn't black it out this time.
Yep.
I'll be back in New York City for Halloween weekend. It scares me to imagine what you'll be for Halloween, Boris, but I want to see it. I mean, if you'll be there. Jeffrey Epstein's longtime executive assistant Leslie Groff emailed Epstein's butler Valdson Cortran thanking him for pizza and claiming it's yummy yummy. Friendly reminder that Justin Bieber did a song and music video titled Yummy, strongly implying he was exposing Pizzagate, and the phrase that yummy yummy is repeated many times in the lyrics.
Yeah, and I know, guys, I know a lot of you viewers, I know you're privy to the whole pizza thing, to Pizzagate. I know, but it's important that we keep solidifying it as much as possible. The comparison or the use of pizza to represent, children. It's just so prevalent. Again, even throughout these emails. Like what
Yeah,
is going on? Sure, this rich guy is thanking the butler for ordering pizza for them.
yeah,
There's more references to pizza later that it's just, there's just no way. Like,
yeah. The Pizzagate thing is like one of those things where if you try to explain it to like a normal person, they're probably either not going to care or
Nah, bro.
they're-
Obama just like 60 grand of hot dogs, dude. Come on. Loves
I
to
mean,
have those hot dog parties.
they're pretty good.
to be fair, I always feel bad for I'd call them normal people, the people who aren't in the know. Because imagine you walk up to somebody who's not in on this stuff, right? And they voted for Obama. They think he's, the best president ever, right? Like, Obamacare, blah, blah, blah. They think he's fantastic. And then all of a sudden you dump this massive load on them that this guy's, Pizzagate and the hot dog thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he's being manipulated by Epstein. Like, that's a lot for anyone to take in. And the three of us and other people who are in this sphere, you get it gradually. You probably have suspicion, but you get proof gradually, and it helps build up that desensitization of it.
Yeah,
But at this point, I mean, you gotta face the facts, man. Like, we literally have government officials included in the CSAM that they're posting online, like, that the DOJ is posting online. Like, you guys gotta get with the program, because if there's something we need to unify for, it's this.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm preaching. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Doug, you're absolutely right. And the fact of the matter is that people deserve to be sheep. I think I prefer. I don't know, like most, like 80% of people are like sheep. You know what I mean? They
Well,
probably
these people believe that if they're taking down, they're going to take everyone down else with them.
Yeah.
It goes back to the blame game. And it gradually, like you said, it gradually goes from, I never knew Epstein. Oh, well, I did. Went to a couple dinners. Oh, like who was that Jewish lawyer that said, "Oh, I only got a
Dershowitz,
massage. I didn't."
right?
Yeah, Alan
guy.
Dershowitz. I only got a massage. I didn't get anything else. Like, it's just a gradual blob of nothingness. And if you even have half of a brain, you can realize that it's just all bullshit. But I mean,
Yeah.
these people are all interconnected with each other, that they're bumping fists at the end of the day. The head of the DOJ and the head of whatever political party, they're both part of it, but they're bumping fists because they know nothing's going to happen to them.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
You're 100% correct.
I don't know. I like, and the Elon thing is like, it's not really surprising either. Like, the most surprising thing was the FNAF thing. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind of weird to say that, but
no, you're right in a kind of sad way. Like, for me, I thought Elon would be the most surprising, and yet somehow at this point, maybe we've been doing this quite a bit now, I'm not surprised at all. I'm just like, makes a lot of sense. Even he was desperate to get on the island. It's sad to know that that's how desensitized I am to it, I figured that would shock me. I'm not. It's just, he's another one. He's another one in
what do you mean, the billionaire who makes my electric cars and doesn't care about the environment at all and wants to go to the island? No, it can't be true. Tesla supercharger, please. Supercharge these thoughts out of my brain.
Yeah, in the end, the sad part, guys, for me, is that we only have like 2 politicians who actually wanted to get this out. And it's Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna, and to be honest, I'm not really sold on Ro Khanna. So it really only leaves one. And pretty much you can just assume everybody else is in the circle. You want to read this one?
Sure. This is from Jeffrey Epstein and Kathy Rumler.
That's her name. That's the White House aide to Obama.
Supposedly a girl said that Donald had sex with her in my house when she was underage. Said she has a witness in 93. Pottinger story 2 weeks ago. M.A. Giver said that Pottinger wanted to meet him. I emailed back, do not meet. You are not involved. Yesterday, Matt MacGyver said Pottinger worked his way into my office to tell me that. Very annoyed, I called and got his telling me the above. Kathy Rumor wrote, I knew Epstein professionally and always had positive dealings with him. I don't know anything about his personal legal issues other than what I've read in public reports and therefore don't have any comment. Every Epstein wrote, Trump is likely to be asked questions soon about me. In an ideal world, what would you think he should say? The information contained in this communication is confidential, blah, 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 blah.
In an
So, yeah.
ideal world, what do you think he should say? What a very intriguing thing to ask somebody else.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, was that some sort of code or something? Like that whole entire email, or was just like on drugs or something when he fucking wrote that out?
I mean, the fact that he's getting advice from, the White House,
Kathy, yeah, Kathy was the one I was referring to earlier. She acted as like the linchpin communicator between Epstein and Barack Obama. Okay, so the Obamas visited Epstein's island quite a few times themselves, and
yeah.
just for me, whatever, the sex trafficking thing, that's crazy as fuck. Him gooning to FNAF porn, that's crazy as fuck. This guy doing all of that and controlling U.S. foreign policy at the same time. Again, the combination to me is so wild, and he did it through Kathy. Well, during the Barack administration, through Kathy, and Barack had 8 years in the office, guys. Like,
yeah.
What in the fuck, dude? Fuck, that's my country. Like, what is going on? And it'll come up later on. Most of us already know this, but he had connections to Mossad, which again basically confirms and builds up that foundation that we are controlled by the Foreign Intelligence Agency, as said by Mike Johnson.
Holy shit. This one's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wendy, no problem at all to include me on Epstein Maxwell notifications going forward. So we know that the person that's being sent this message is named Wendy or whatever. I wanted to let you know.
Sorry, I hate to fucking interrupt, but again, guys, this is one victim to another victim. That's why it's blacked out, guys. That's one victim to another victim. Surely that's the only reason that the names are redacted. Sorry.
Yeah. I wanted to let you know that because of my unit move, the office has transitioned me off the case and added blank. So if you wouldn't mind including her on any notifications, please. Thank you, and I hope you're doing all right these days, given the circumstances. This one might be worth the censoring because it seems like there's definitely some information here that wouldn't want to get leaked.
Yeah.
He called me wanting me to give him a secure email address. He's from blank. The number that came up is blank. From Brian Miller to probably a victim. Back in the 90s, Ghislaine Maxwell recruited a girl for a modeling career. Instead of modeling, she was sold as a slave for sex and torture. Prince Andrew was an accessory to her death as he tortured her and me to force her murder. I need to get a passport to identify her. I will need someone to contact the passport office to get an expedited passport.
Wow.
Yeah. So, summary.
Yeah.
This is an email that directly implicates Prince Andrew, who, guys, coincidentally lost all of his titles right before one of the first Epstein drops. How they knew that the Epstein files were dropping just a few days later, I don't know. Just incredible insight on their behalf. But this email is basically saying that Ghislaine Maxwell, on behalf of Andrew, gave him a probably child to, do awful things to, and then kill her.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time this happened.
Yeah, so the rumor was there are snuff films within these files. We'll go through them at some point and, try to see if they are there. However, I do think this kind of confirms that snuff films do exist. Can you explain what snuff films are to, as PG as you can?
Well, there's two types of snuff films. There's snuff films where they just torture and kill someone. Those are pretty basic, snuff films. They just, torture and kill the person, take a video of it, and post it online, yada yada. Then you have the mixture of sexual violence and torture snuff films, which are kind of like they, like sodomize them with like a hot iron rod or something like that, as part of the torture, and then they'll like chop off one of their hands or some shit and put it in their mouth and then do other things like that. It's pretty that one's a little bit more intense, obviously, but when it comes to like snuff films, like finding actual like quote unquote actual snuff films is kind of rare. Like obviously you can find videos of people doing things that you would see in snuff films on like gore websites, or at least you used to, right? And you could easily find a video back in the day of someone just fucking taking a shotgun to the back of someone's head, chopping someone's head off, fucking flaying their skin alive. I've seen that. I've seen people's legs getting blown off with a shotgun. Handguns, people getting shot to death. It's all neither here nor there. But these snuff films are particularly interesting because it includes notable names. People like Prince Andrew, probably Epstein, maybe even Elon Musk. Hell, you never know. That's the crazy part about these kinds of films.
Yeah,
you guys seen? I don't know. It's a question, like, because obviously the whole thing with him supposedly pulling the strings behind like Libya and stuff. Was it Libya, right?
Yeah, Libya
Lebanon, whatever, Libya
and Syria.
What, like, or with the Obama administration, is there any evidence of this same case with Trump's first term? I mean, I know he died in 2019, so he got elected 2016. So I don't know. Is there any evidence of him kind of pulling the strings behind the curtains of any decisions around that time, or is it mainly just Obama administration?
Mostly, but evidence wise, it's mostly Obama. I've seen. I don't know if I added it to the list here. I've seen 1 or 2 emails that say not that there was direct influence from Epstein to Trump, but people kind of within the Epstein circle were still involved. However, we do have leaked emails that supposedly, again, prove that Trump is being controlled by the Foreign Intelligence Agency. Yes, if you catch my drift, I'm sure most of you do.
Yeah.
There apparently the FBI themselves ran an investigation into this and proved it to be true. We'll get to it for sure. And the current rumor, I'm using language that would cast out, but to be honest with you guys, from what we've seen, I'm taking it all very factually. His son-in-law, Kushner, Jared Kushner, is the one running the show, and I have it saved. We'll get to it. It's on the list for sure. But yeah, this is an official FBI investigation into it, and they said they found proof, and that's what's going on. So most likely, just to answer your question, is that Epstein acted as a third party to who, and Trump is actually he's direct source, if you know what I'm saying. Trump's getting direct messages from the people at the top. I mean, I'll say it this way. Coincidentally, Benjamin Netanyahu is making his 7th trip during this administration, I believe next week. So he's getting it straight from, the king.
And that's where he stays, at the Kushner residence whenever he stays.
No shit. You just said that.
Yeah.
No way. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Not
he
scripted.
stays with he's buddies with Jared Kushner's dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's pretty, like, Doug, I know I kind of thought this was going to be nothing burger. I didn't think they were actually going to, like, confirm, like, the things that people have been talking about already, but this one's pretty nutty. This one's talking about George Bush Sr. This one says, this is 2018. Thanks, blank. I didn't realize Bush raped him too. Okay. Then it goes further for response. I'd like to add a few other points disclosed by the purported victim. While on this yacht, he witnessed African-American males having sex with white blonde females, all of whom were bleeding during intercourse. He was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut off with a scimitar but left no scarring. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating the feces from these intestines. He was also raped by George Bush, number 1. Victims disclosed he was escorted to the FBI building by Michael Moore, who is the creator of True Pundit, described by multiple online sources as a conspiracy-driven news website that attempts to paint the FBI in a bad light. Moore has a criminal record as a result of an FBI investigation. Let me know if you want to discuss the former FBI agent that called us into the head office. Thanks.
I brought the good shit, dude.
All right, Doug. I mean, this one pretty nutty, right? Pretty nutty.
I know.
Wasn't expecting that.
See, and that's the thing is like even you who's seen all kinds of shit from snuff stuff to and you're early on, even you're like, what the fuck? Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Just again, imagine it from your everyday Joe trying to process that shit. I don't think even I'm reading it. All this other shit's been proven true. Even I'm seeing this and I'm like, there's no way someone can make that up. But at the same time, that is so outside my imagination. I could not have thought of this in 1,000 years, that maybe in an infinite amount of time. The idea that this is probably reality is mind blowing to me. Cam, please,
I mean, yeah, I think there's so much. It's like there's so much evidence that people are just they don't know what to do with it. There's so much information. It's an information overload. So people, they kind of just turn their head to it. It's like they get 30,000 emails, 3 million documents. It's like they get so overloaded with this stuff that people just get so overwhelmed, and most people are just fucking lazy in general. They don't want to take the time to drag through this stuff and dig through it. So they're not going to even, another set of Epstein files released. Guess nothing's going to happen, because everybody knows that nothing's going to happen. I think the real question to ask is like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen when Trump leaves office? Are we going to get, a so-called Democratic politician that actually releases these files? Or is it just going to be hush hush because there's so many other important world events that happen that these are just going to go into the abyss of nothingness, and nothing's going to come to light. I mean, that's the real question. I think, everyone's a part of it. That's at the end of the day, that's everyone's a part of it. And it's all a pointing blame game of who. I said this on when I covered the first set of files that dropped. I said, it's all one big competition of who's less of a pedophile. It's a pointing game of who's less of a pedophile. Oh, well, I only got a massage from her. You're the one that stayed the night with her. It's like, it's all going to turn into one big who's less of a pedophile and a blame game. So that's my take on it.
Yeah. I think also something we're not thinking about as well is releasing 3 million files and having all those redactions. It's kind of like they had to AI do it, right? That's the reason why there's some documents that just don't have redactions on certain names. Right?
I'm just curious, like, whoever is in charge of releasing these files, I pray for them, because they see the shit that nobody else sees, right?
I thought the same thing earlier today.
Another thing we're not thinking about as well is some of these documents could be potentially like made using AI and edited to place the blame onto older members of office. That way the newer members of office don't take as much heat, in order to in a way kind of try to exonerate them somewhat. That way they can move forward with their candidates into the next election cycle.
100%.
So it's possible that this thing happened and it wasn't even George Bush 1, and they just replaced the name with something else.
That's true. That is a good point. However, I'll say this: I do think of all the things I've read, this one would super horrifying. This one really would not surprise me. George Bush Sr. was a sick fuck. Okay, he was head of the CIA for a bit. We had Killian Dune come on and to kind of talk about some of the shit that he read from the Panama Papers. It's all really in line with him. It's just these guys are almost a different breed of human at this point. Like, what emotions do they even feel when they're seeing? It's got to be nothing. Like, what kind of twisted person are all of these people that they can sit around and actually again come up with it, do it, see it? Like, I cannot fathom that these people exist, which is a problem. I need to get on board really quick, right? But
Yeah.
You're right, man. I don't think anything's going to happen. That's like the head of the DOJ, is working under a guy whose name is also like all over these files, who's, and the boss of that guy is visiting the US tomorrow, and, his name is also in the files. Like, no matter where you go, the web is so thick at this point and so spread out that, it's all of them. It's all of them.
And they have that exact mindset. If one person goes down, we all go down. They're doing everything in their power to make sure this shit does not release in its entirety. And quite frankly, going back to these documents are very confusing for the average person. So they like for somebody like us compared to the average person, it's like there's some people, I should say, that are able to piece this kind of together and web it into, here's why this happened. This person texted or emailed this person, but it's like to the average person, it's just a bunch of fucking emails. And they don't even want to go through
they
it.
messed up.
What?
They messed up, Doug. They fucked up.
What happened?
Look.
Oh, we got a name.
Oh, he's dead. He is so fucking cooked.
A lot of stuff that's spreading right now is that they forgot to redact a lot of names too, not just victims, but some of these correspondents.
Does that say does that say NYPD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cooked.
Yeah, he's dead. This dude is dead. Let's see if he's still alive.
Wow.
No, that's not him.
I saw obituary and I was like, yep.
They got him already. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, did I already get him?
Yeah, he's dead.
No way. What is cause of death? Well, I mean, he was pretty old, it looked like.
I mean, no, I'm looking for a younger one.
A lot of the tells for me as to the
Detective
reality.
Walter Hawkins retired.
He's still alive?
Again, so no, he's dead. He retired last year. Maybe that's why.
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that's why. No longer with the NYPD.
Retire right before the
Wow.
Epstein files drop with your name in it? Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
A lot of the tells for me that these files are real, as unfathomable as they are, is, well, the first thing there is that they're so unbelievable that, why would...
Well, what's weird to me is here's like, why eat feces? Isn't that pretty gross, right?
But that's the
pretty,
point.
Pretty nasty, right?
That's the entire point. So, let's start with something that we know, okay? We know that there are rich billionaires in Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, who love to pay influencers to lay on the floor and then they shit on their chest. That's a known thing that happens. That's a known thing, okay? And I'm sorry, but clearly there is a fascination with some humans to debase a person, okay, as much as possible. So for these like rich white guys who are so sick and fucking twisted in the head to sit there and laugh at Africans eating the feces from a baby's intestines, when you take that small stepping stone of there's some rich people in the Middle East who like shitting on a rich pretty influencer's chest, it's really not that far off. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's really, I mean, It is, but it isn't, from that point of view. So, again, for me, I read it, I'm like, a normal person is not going to think of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can either be real or not real, and if it's not real, why? Like, what? Like, why would somebody make that up? That's so crazy. It wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not possible to be made up. It's just so out there. It has to be real. And again, Bush 1, if there's someone I believe who'd be doing that shit, it's him. It is him. Look, that guy's history is twisted. Okay, it's flat out twisted. So,
but kind of going back to what you guys were saying, though. I mean, that's such a simple mistake. The from at the bottom, Walter Harkins. It's like, was that really a mistake, or was that put there because they wanted to frame somebody else for tattletaling on George Bush on the first, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's how can you redact the first part, but just leave his full name, nypd.org. It's like, you have everything you need to be able to track him.
Yeah. That's probably why he quit. It's because he knew that they weren't going to give him any leeway. Because he
Probably
was
gave him a heads up.
investigating them.
A lot of
Yeah.
these people got heads up before the files dropped. Like again, Prince Andrew losing his titles right before the files dropped.
Yeah.
Not only is that, clarify that they got a heads up, but it also clarifies that there are people within his circle that knew about what he did. That's what that means. Again, for me, guys, I'm struggling with the how many people are involved. That's the part that I'm truly struggling with, because it seems like it's not only just this politician, but it's all the aides around that politician. It's not just all the aides around the politician, but it's all the secretaries around the aides around that politician. And it's not only them, but it's also the family members and it's their friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the doorman. It's the fucking guy. Like, it's literally everybody within a mile radius of each of these guys. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, I just want to keep pointing out Elon Musk here because, he's kind of existed on a pedestal away from the the billionaires as this guy who's not a pedophile, basically, one of the few who's not. And maybe he's not a pedophile, but he sure has lied about his want to hang out with Epstein at the very least. And he also said that Epstein was not given a tour of the facility.
Wait, can you go up? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but can you go up real quick to the tweet that he put in 2020 right there? To the best of our knowledge, he never toured SpaceX. What I get from that is there's people that work under Elon Musk with SpaceX that still had direct ties to Jeffrey Epstein along with Elon Musk. That's what that tells me. You know what I mean? It's like, to our best, motherfucker, you created SpaceX. What do you mean to our best knowledge?
It's also, it's also outside his person. He doesn't normally say our. He says mine. This is my idea. This is I personally looked into it, guys. Trust me. Like, that's been his persona that he's put out there is me. I'm doing my best. Listen, I'm a truth seer. That's always been his thing. All of a sudden, to our knowledge.
Yeah.
So you put it in someone else's hand. You're 100% correct, by the way. 100% correct. And it's in line with what we know, how Jeffrey interacted with these guys. So there was always a third party involved, right? So, to our knowledge, that says that he knew about it, and somebody else in that circle definitely knew about it. But
sure enough, Bobby Kotick. God damn it! Every time this guy pops up everywhere. He was the CEO for Blizzard Activision.
No shit.
Yeah,
so
from Jeffrey
random.
Epstein to Bobby Kotick.
What the fuck?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. This guy's a total chode. Thanks I'm lying. Here, tired, blah blah blah. Fly 407 to Hawthorne, blah blah blah. Oh, and Bobby Kotick's talking about meeting up with fucking Elon Musk. Oh, great. I never want to be in the same room as Jeffrey Epstein again. Howard Lutnick in 2012. Jeffrey, darling, let's have dinner. There's 8 children I want you to meet.
Oh my God. 8 children? Jesus.
Yeah. So Howard Lutnick, I believe he's in the Trump administration. I want to say he's the Secretary of Transportation. I'm going to look it up here, but you can go ahead and read the email out loud for everybody.
Come Saturday or Sunday lunch, Little St. James on the map behind Christman's Cove. From Howard Lutnick to, don't know. Hi, Jeff. We are landing in St. Thomas early Saturday afternoon. I'm going to head over to St. Bart's / Aguila on Monday at some point. Where are you located? What is exact location for my captain? Does Sunday evening for dinner sound good? I have another couple, Michael and Morcy Lehrman, with me on my boat, and each of us has 4 children, 2 16s, 2 14s, a 13, a 12, 11, and a 7-year-old.
Jesus. By the way, this guy is currently in the administration as the Secretary of Commerce.
This guy at the top says that's their own 4 children plus the 4 children of the Lehrman family. Also, the listed age corresponds exactly with the age of the 8 children of the 2 families. Sorry, but there's nothing suspicious about that.
Yeah, Okay.
What are you talking about? What?
Totally normal.
How is
way.
that not suspicious the way he says that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got two 16-year-olds, two 14-year-olds, and a 7-year-old. You just don't say that.
That's how my family talks to me too, right? When they're bringing their kids over, they're like, "Yeah, I'm bringing my fucking 3-year-old daughter and my 4-year-old." Like, come on, dude. What?
Yeah.
What? Brother.
Actually, I kind of believe that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. AI is corroborated.
I mean, still though, it's just kind of weird the way
weird
It is a weird thing to say.
Say it
but
out, yeah.
It is a weird thing to say out loud, and they probably have. The reason they're saying it like that is because they probably have brought like children for that kind of thing to the island before, and they've said it like that, and they just happen to do it, pro bono. Because
wait, actually, in each of us has. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I didn't. I kind of misread it at first. Each of us has 4 children. Okay, I mean,
yeah,
I guess
I can understand why people might jump to the conclusion there, though, for sure. I simply cannot believe this victory. No one called it. We all thought she'd won. She'd win. You must be happy, though. I remember flying back with Donald on his plane the first weekend I went to visit you in Florida. Was the weekend he met Melania, and he kept on coming out of the bedroom saying, "Wow, what a hot piece of ass." Nuts. Anyway, hope you're enjoying Saudi. Except for my iPhone.
The fuck?
Did they include this scene in the new movie? Huh.
All right. Well, we are gonna move on to some more effed up stuff. Kind of flowing in and out here.
I love the torture video. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video. I'm in China. I'll be in the U.S. second week of May. Except for my BlackBerry wireless device.
Again, I just
Trademark
want
pending.
to point out the fact that it's redacted. The from and to. I don't think Jeffrey to the victim is saying, "I love the torture video." You know what I'm saying, guys? Like I just have some weird, reasonable doubt that he was not emailing the victim of the torture video, "I love your torture video." I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably just look for mentions of the words sent from my BlackBerry wireless device and his 2009 emails and probably find the person he sent it to. But yeah.
Yeah. So here's them fucking up and accidentally exposing the victims, basically, but also some employees. Some employees got leaked here. I don't particularly like this guy. He himself is also a pedophile, but the pedophiles
Talk
are at
about
war with
the
each other right now.
Ed Krasen.
Yeah.
Krasen. Yeah, I don't like him either. He's a scumbag.
So it's funny that we move from an email where the perpetrators are redacted to an email or a file where the victims are not. This next one is pretty big. Might take a little second for us to kind of dissect it here.
I like how they ask Grok.
Everyone
is this true?
I know. Grok, what do you think about this? So this happened today. So the files dropped today. This is the 30th of January. 3 million files, and this is I'm about to sneeze. A lot of these files here got removed. Funny enough, these files contain accusations against Trump. Now, I just want to, and a bunch of people, we're going to go through all of them here right now. I just want to point out that if it's fake, okay, if these accusations are fake, which in the sidebar it'll say that some of these victims weren't credible. If they were fake, there's no reason to remove it. Okay? 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point that out. If it's real, you want to remove it. You want to take it down. Okay? So here we are. This has been taken down already, and thankfully it was recorded by a lot of people on the internet, and we have access to them. But you cannot find these files right now. They got removed, which is, it's in line with what we've seen. We've seen them remove files before. But yeah.
Maxwell. Andrew Cuomo. Look at that one.
Oh,
Andrew Cuomo.
the guy who was busted for, I think it was prostitution or something.
This one literally is so broad. It just says Lisa Marie Presley, British royal family, Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein. That's how bad it is over in Britbong land.
So many names they just had to shorten it down. British royal family.
I'm trying to look for a name I haven't already seen.
Well,
Bobby Cox, I guess.
let's go through them because it's important. We'll walk them through. Some of these accusations, alleged accusations, are abhorrent. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if it's in line with what we've seen, worse or better, but they're
Why are
up
some
there.
blacked out? That's the only question I have.
Well, they only blacked out the
What's with the
victims.
black? Well, no, these are the perpetrators on the far right.
Oh, I know. I'm fucking with you.
Oh,
They, of course, the perpetrators are blacked out. But yeah, let's go through some of the accusations. Let's go through the accusations where the names have been blacked out for the perpetrators.
This is the list I
Eric
sent
Trump.
Whitney. Wait, so they just name dropped the person who got sent this shit? Oh boy. Feels like half the FBI is trying to do their job, and the other half is trying to make sure the other can't do their job and that people die.
That was the vibe I got too.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Alan Dershowitz, though, no surprise there.
Sammy Sosa is crazy. Fucking baseball player.
He is not the only sports superstar who is also in the files there with accusations. I think that's a coach right now is going viral for being involved. I'll have to find it, but yeah.
Nice. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
Not
Foxx is another one
surprised.
in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who cares? No one cares about Jamie Foxx.
Well, let's go through some of the accusations here. So for Jamie Foxx, we have in 2004 or 2005, Sir Ivan Wilzig hosted a party where Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Donald Trump were in attendance. Patty LaBelle, or it's French, PR agent, stood at the door. At the party, caller met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought from Oklahoma for a modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. Several women were being auctioned, and a woman possibly known as Colette LNU was the madam. A couple years later, caller saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York, and she told one of Santos's friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending a night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in, and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva. I kind of don't want to read the rest. I read that earlier. And some of the ages were as young as 13. This Calendar Girls parties, I really want you guys to remember that because pretty much everything in the files related to Calendar Girls is currently being removed or has been removed from the files. Which, again, if that was fake, why would you remove it? And the only reason you would is because
does that
real.
Bottom paragraph have a date of because how old were
2004
Trump's kids?
Oh,
well, that was the one above it, but the one below it, there's no date given.
I think they're related.
Well, 2004, 2005.
No, they're not related at all, but
they're in there. What? They're I don't know. That's just tough. Weird. I think allegedly that his kids were there.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes in line with what we just saw, right? That guy trying to bring his kids also to the island or whatever with Jeffrey. The thing that is kind of correlating for me is how consistent the stories are across the board, and how consistent the actions are amongst these politicians, not just from within the U.S. but from all over the world, right? It's kind of freaking me out now that I'm thinking about it. But RFK also said that he was on the plane a few times and that he had, that it was fine because they weren't doing stuff like that. He had brought his children, not to, get ahead and wildly accuse somebody. But I had kind of written it off why would somebody bring their kids to such a thing? And now I'm thinking, wow, a lot of people were bringing their kids to these events. And it also is in line with the Australian Prime Minister, right? And his teenage daughter that he also let stay with Jeffrey, right? Dude, I'm getting grossed out. Fucking.
This is the one that I really care about right here.
You can't give these people leeway, right? Yeah. You can't just assume, the safe word is the kids. Oh, I was with my kids. But it's if these people are willing to do some sick shit like this, what do you think? You know what I mean?
100%.
What could allegedly they be doing with their children involved? So
Caller was taken by boat to Epstein Island. Caller said it was complicated and involved Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Caller became a school counselor and had a meeting with the school principal, Linda Kittis, and a police officer where the caller was informed that there were pictures of herself with Epstein. Caller reported the school was at something for not being a Trump person, and that the school wanted her to testify and say things against Andrew Cuomo. The FBI and Donald Trump were on the phone during the meeting. Caller believes the FBI has baby pictures of her with Epstein.
Oh my god.
That's pretty crazy.
Jeez.
That's, and I fucking hate to do this again, but you know, I want to point out that these stories that these stories that we know to be true, right? We know Andrew Cuomo got investigated for, I can't remember specifically. I'm just gonna assume it was CP, or you know, hiring prostitutes or something. So this is confirmed. There have been other cases where these pedophiles have been named in the files, but yet we're supposed to believe that some of these other names that are directly next to them aren't, you know, that it's debunked or it's not true. Even though, again, the stories between the victims are so fucking consistent that it's impossible for me to believe that these debunked or these stories that apparently weren't credible enough, you know, aren't true. You know, at this point, it's way safer to assume it is all true by far than that most of them aren't, as horrifying as they are.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh, geez. What's gonna happen? It's a real question.
Nothing.
I don't think anything's gonna happen either. Sorry,
That's where we live in.
keep going through the videos, maybe one or two more before we move on, because that one did get taken down, so that is likely the last we will see of it.
Yeah. Probably just Tallulah and me. What day night would be the wildest party on your island? To Jeffrey from Elon. How many people will you be for the heli to island?
Who's Tallulah?
No clue. I have no
Maybe
clue.
ex-girlfriend or something.
Yeah, Elon's one of Elon's ex-girlfriends or some shit, probably.
Just again, guys, for somebody who spent a lot of time saying he had nothing to do with Epstein, you know, he's really grossed out, blah, 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 blah. He sure did spend a lot of time in Epstein's DMs. Just putting that out there.
I love some of the people that are just clearly bots. I don't believe this crap at all. The Democrats would have never allowed him to be president in 2016 if they had that info. It's clearly a lie.
Again, maybe it's a bot. Maybe it's just somebody who they're just trying so hard to hang on the idea that there's some humanity left in these politicians.
Yeah. Here is your girl.
I've heard that talking point multiple times. Well, if when Biden was in office, how come he didn't release anything?
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not how that works.
It's mad. It's mutually assured destruction. They're not going to release it because then the Republicans would release the stuff on the Democrats, and that would lead to the Democrats releasing on the Republicans, and so on and so forth. Like you said it earlier. That's why they don't, because they both are
competition of who's less of a pedophile.
Yeah, that's where we're at now, because the bombs have started falling from the sky on both parties. But originally,
Right.
If this goes as far back as fucking Bush, you know what I'm saying? And we know it goes further. Then, of course, these guys aren't going to say anything. They're all in cahoots with each other. They're all linked by this.
It's Barbro Inbaum, some Swedish royal family prick. I don't know.
What was the email? I'm sorry. I know I sent it to
the
you.
email? Yeah, it was a picture of most likely an underage girl.
Yep.
And then it's to Jeffrey from blank. Here is your girl, Cramby. Cram means hug, and BE are the initials, which is this woman right here.
And at this point, the horse is fucking mush. But I just want to point out, Kash Patel once again said that there was no evidence that he was trafficking to.
He dies if he says otherwise. Himself.
I get it at this point, but I just, again, want to point that out, that that's what he said.
Yeah, he dies if he says otherwise. He has a very tight collar on him. Yeah, those bug eyes never fail to weird me out, though. What do we got here? Funny equivalent to people that feel that on leap year they get an extra FYI, blah, 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 lock quote, blah. Selling a pizza or sliding a pizza?
This is
2.
Ahmad Barak, former prime minister of Israel, who has been accused multiple
One
times
second.
by multiple Epstein victims of him raping them. Okay, and here he is in an email with Jeffrey Epstein, I believe Jeffrey Epstein, talking about pizza. Crazy how many times pizza is mentioned within these emails. I would love if we could, look up and compare it to any other mention of food. Pizza, just the most common one. So the people who keep being in denial about Pizzagate, I don't know, go fuck yourself at this point. Like you're just,
And then the English
What is
translation for this is, and then around this to my knees, each and every one enters the world. It will happen in attention of units in which they will succeed. The daring ones, all of whom are going out and after this.
sounds biblical?
kind of does.
Yeah.
You sound like you had a question there, Cam. You were about to start.
No, I was literally gonna ask, what does that translate to? What is
Oh,
that, Hebrew?
Yeah, it's Hebrew. I just translated. Yeah, that's what it said. It's
What
probably
is that?
something.
Does that say slicing a pizza?
Oh yeah, slicing a pizza. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I wonder if that's even like
Wow.
reference to a snuff.
Maybe. To my knees, each and every one enters the world. It will have an intention of units in which they will succeed. I know, definitely, probably pedophilic. No reason not to believe it isn't. Who all's in the awesome office today who's going to want pizza? We only have one slice and we need to know how to thinly to slice it.
What the fuck?
Come on, dude. That's not even, you're not
What?
even trying at that
What?
point.
It's Ricky, bro. Come on, guys. Who is all in the Austin office today? Who is going to want pizza? We only have one slice. I mean, it's up there. Oh my god, brother.
I mean, could
This
that
email
be?
is color coded in black and white and will combust.
Could
in
that
30
possibly
seconds.
be like, we need to know how to thinly, like, how many people want in?
No, they're
Possibly,
saying they only have
maybe?
one child and they need to know who's going to be getting how many turns with the kid.
That's literally, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
how many? Yeah, dude, disgusting shit, man.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to point out, like, how to get to this level of talking about it for them amongst each other, like how common it has to be, right? And just how normalized in their minds it is. Okay.
Yeah, this we already looked at this one.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I did copy some duplicates. I had to while I was kind of reading through and recording the links, I had to take some breaks. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I would get kind of heated,
Yeah, we
and
saw this too.
I needed to take 5 and then come back to it, and yeah. And we haven't even looked through it yet. Whew. We haven't done the deep dive through all of the files. And there's videos, guys. I've heard the videos are rough. I've seen some of the preliminary stuff. I've heard the videos are bad. I've heard there's actual snuff films within the files themselves.
I was gonna ask earlier, that website of files that you pulled up. I've actually looked through those pictures as well. Did you guys see the picture of? I think Epstein was in New York or something, and he had a sweatshirt on.
Oh yeah.
That said like Kimberly's property or some shit like that. It was a
wait.
girl's name and then it said property. It said something like that, and I was like, "Whoa!" I forgot to fucking take a picture of it or save it, but it was crazy. It was obviously him wearing the sweatshirt, but it said like something's property or some type of humiliation type deal on it on the back of his sweatshirt.
No, I did not see that. Was that with the
It
last
was
batch?
No, it was with the last batch. The website that you pulled up with all those pictures that was
Yeah.
on there.
Oh shit! I don't
But
know. I
yeah.
missed that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like another thing that's just like crazy, man.
I'll see if I can find the snuff
Well,
films.
hold on. Let's just read this one before we move on to that. So again, this is former Israeli Prime Minister. I keep saying his name wrong. I think Ud Barak. And he says, "You should make clear. Unfortunately, not. This is Epstein to him. You should make clear that I don't work for Mossad. Smiley face. You or I." And then Epstein replied with, "That I don't."
Let
Again,
me check live leak.
a very intriguing thing to say for the prime minister of Israel. Just imagine this guy could just message him at any time he wants and say, "Hey, yo, bro, can you tell the world that I'm not an agent of Mossad? Thanks, dude. Make that clear."
Yeah.
Okay, sure, dude.
No. Yeah, I mean, even on Live Leak, I can't find anything.
I just sent you a repeat. Whoops. Yeah, I mean,
I
Prince
wonder
Andrew
if maybe if I look through the Epstein thing, they'll let me sort it. Well, I do think that was weird because this time they make you do a age verification. So
Well, that's because there's actual pornography in there.
yeah, guy's name is blank,
This is-
number is blank, mother's name is blank. Tells me he and his mother have been kidnapped several times and brought across state lines because he's the son of a hitman / drug dealer. He did not know that Jeffrey Epstein was one of the men in the groups that ordered the kidnapping of him and his mother until he saw the picture in the paper. He was tortured by this group and he recognized the face in the paper as one of the people that ordered the kidnapping and watched this very affluent group torture him and his mother and kill his attorney. He has reported the kidnapping several times to blank. Sorry, I have to send you the phone calls I get.
Again, it's interesting how many redactions are here.
Yeah. Let's see this one. I'm just departing Scotland. Should be down by 1800. I'll ring you when I get down. If you can give me a number to ring. Alternatively, we can have dinner at Buckingham Palace. And lots of privacy. So the Duke of Buckingham Palace. Okay. Already in London. What time would you like me and blank? We will also have drive time.
Did you guys see this? Epstein was banned from Xbox Live in 2013 due to harassments, threats, and or abuse of other players.
He's a gamer too.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I took him for a PlayStation guy. Not that there's anything wrong with PlayStation players, but
I want to spam you. I'm starting to get ahead of myself. Oy vey.
Just a teeny.
Yeah, so I mean, there's the Duke, right? Okay, he needs privacy time with Epstein. I'm sure it was not for nothing, right? Surely. And again, another person who's living life fucking lavish is the Duke. Still alive? I don't actually know. Whatever.
Probably.
Still living life lavishly. And this is the other thing too is, the U.S. is taking a lot of heat for this, which I guess it kind of should. However, my guess is this. We've seen Epstein linked to a lot of foreign politicians. I'm talking all the way from the UK to Saudi Arabia to Finland, okay? Literally from all over the fucking globe. Lots of politicians in Africa. And at some point, I don't know if I have it in here, he was apparently controlling his own little fucking country in Africa. That's how crazy it was. Just want to point out that I sincerely doubt that this is, the only country of control that he had of. I'm 100% sure he had his hands in every cookie jar across the globe. And by he, I mean the foreign intelligence agency that he was trying really hard not to be associated with.
I mean, one thing I think about too, it's like, okay, if this whole honeypot operation was going on in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, 2000s, whatever, and obviously after all this time, basically almost 30 years later, nobody has been caught, arrested, in court. It makes you question, there could obviously be another Jeffrey Epstein type clone going on doing the same shit, because they obviously didn't get caught the first time, and they just feel the need to keep doing it. And it kind of just, I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder, I wonder if there is another Jeffrey Epstein type figure out there that is just kind of lurking behind the shadows, or it's somebody that is a well-known person, but we do not know that he is like a Jeffrey Epstein Mark II almost. You know what I mean? In a sense, I don't know. I just think about things that.
You're on to something. We talked about this, and I've seen 2 podcasts now that prove it involving state officials. So Tim Burchett, he had gotten in trouble for getting blackmailed, basically, and he kind of blew the whistle on the Tucker Carlson show that there were operations by the Chinese and the Russians in which these politicians, whenever they were traveling abroad, they would go to a bar. The foreign government would send in, either an underage girl or a woman or a boy. They would get the politician to sleep with them, caught it on camera, and then blackmail them. China had an operation there in D.C. This is that, you can go and look it up. It's an FBI
They
report.
fucked up, Doug. They fucked up big time. They fucked up big time.
All right, hold on.
They released Jeffrey Epstein's credit card details.
Hold on, let me
That's
finish.
it. No, I'm going straight to eBay. Shut the
Go
fuck
ahead.
up, Doug. I don't give two shits about what I'm saying.
Go. The Chinese got caught running a blackmail operation right there in D.C. Same thing. Go to the bar, send in the Chinese girl, such and such. Here's how I think it's being done now, and somebody recently said this is true. It's digital. It's completely fucking digital. So they catch you, blowing your meat on camera to whatever porn, AI, just on a mass scale. This is how they say they're corrupting the influencers. So Nick Fuentes types, they catch them jerking off to something they're not supposed to. They send them a message, hey, this is your email history. Here's a video. We caught you. We know. It's right. Most people have webcams in their rooms at this point. Wonder why the Prime Minister of Israel is running around with his phone, covered. Why is the director of the FBI running around with his laptop covered? This is why. It's all being recorded. They catch you doing something you're not supposed to, looking up something you're not supposed to. Maybe it's not. Maybe they just catch you in an embarrassing moment, and then they send you a message and say, hey, we're going to leak this if you, don't do what we want. I think they've taken the Jeffrey Epstein model of blackmail and streamlined the shit out of it. They no longer need to wait to get you to leave your room and go to a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, they no longer need to set it up cameras in the hotel room. They got your ass right in your fucking room, dude. They can get everybody now. And there's a guy, I can't remember his credentials, but he said that's what's going on. That's what's happening. So, yeah, I don't know. We're more cooked than before,
Well, I mean, not only that too, but with the use of AI in those types of situations, they say, okay, we have a video of you, we have video evidence, and if you don't speak about these certain things or our kind of narrative, or you stop or you continue to speak about those things, we're going to release it. And if you obviously have those, some of those people that are compromised, they say, fuck it, whatever, just do it. But with the use of AI now, they're able to make it 10 times worse than it actually is. So it could be you're watching some weird animal shit, right? Mm-hmm. But then it could go to, okay, you know what? You don't want to listen to us. You want to keep playing the hardball. We're going to make it to children. We're going to make it CP. We're going to make it these real messed up pornographic whatever videos or things. It's just with the use of AI, it's inevitable what they could do.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think about that. That's a really good point. I
didn't think about something too. The expiration date is passed. The American Express is going to work. What the fuck am I going to do?
I didn't think about it. You're 100% correct. I totally see them doing that. And even if they'd gotten, like you said, just one compromising video or image, completely vanilla, they can all of a sudden turn it into whatever the hell they want. And at some point,
right,
they might not even need you to, you could be a perfect person who's not gooning at all, and they still might hit you with an AI generated video and be like, hey, look, maybe your family will believe you, maybe they won't. Maybe the internet will believe, maybe they won't. Either way, we can fuck up your life, your job, your love life, whatever. You're right. With the use of AI, their tools have just increased 1,000-fold, and it's completely automated, right? They don't even need a specific agent to be on your ass watching you 24/7. You could just be monitored, like we talked about last episode, where they were monitoring streams to hear foreign languages. We could all be tagged. They could all just be watching all the time and waiting for that exact moment when you're doing your thing. But yeah, no, it's a great point, honestly. Oh no, yeah. All right, come on, Braden, get back.
You didn't say anything new.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is this? I'm missing what this is. Oh, this is the Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah, pretty much just confirming the intelligence links, pretty much.
Can you just go through it?
Yeah, I mean, Harvard law professor learned that Dershowitz influenced many students from wealthy families. Jared Kushner is one of them, as well as Josh Kushner. He told CHS if he were young again, he'd be holding a stun gun as a blank intelligence Mossad agent. CHS believed Dershowitz was co-opted by blank and subscribed to their mission.
Yeah, just again, the horse at this point is mush. But
Yeah.
it's important to point out that the connection between Epstein, Mossad, and Trump and Israel and Mossad, sorry, the Foreign Intelligence Agency. I don't know.
I'm more interested in finding more card details so I can order shit off eBay, Doug, or Carvana. I'm ordering a card in my house.
I'm sure you are, but focus on that in your your free time.
In my free time. Oh yeah. Do this time limited thing in your free time. Yeah, someone else could get access to it and order a card before I do.
Maybe you shouldn't say that you have found it live on stream, you freaking ding dog.
They don't know which one it is.
So here's another one, another reference
anyway.
for pizza. Send pizza to Bobby, to and from. So we're supposed to believe this is to and from, victims. That's why that's redacted. Sure, buddy. Yep.
Bobby Kotick.
Ridiculous.
Send pizza to Bobby.
Ridiculous.
May I bring in your slice of pizza to you, respectfully, Daphne? It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
What's the point of even saying that shit if people are just going to figure it out anyway? New Epstein files confirm that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just trafficking children, but torturing them, possibly to death. An email Jeffrey Epstein sent to an unknown person. Epstein states, "I love the torture video." DOJ attorney Todd Blanche confirmed today at a press conference that they did not produce images showing death or physical abuse. Why is the name on that email being redacted?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Great question. Why are a lot of the names to and fro on these emails being redacted? I would just love to know the answer. Oh, sorry, I sent you another.
Yeah, we sent this.
Okay.
He said, "You or I." Oh my God. You're the prime minister, my guy. Like, come on.
Still looking for some more card information.
That is the amount that I have recorded. So, maybe we could spend.
My God, stop sending me.
Hot second here, scrolling through to see if there's any more obvious ones.
Yeah.
I should probably fucking hop off right now. All
right.
I hate to leave early, but
no, it's
I need to set up. This week has been just shit. I need to figure out. We'll get together and have a longer stream. I mean, yesterday was great. I really enjoyed yesterday. And I'll try and get some guys on to hop on too as well. I got some connections, political guys that we could probably get on, but yeah, just let me know next time you guys do this. Just hit me up. I'd love to hop on again. We could go longer.
Sure.
So.
We do normally do deep dives. Like I said, this wasn't going to be one. This is just random stuff I fucking skimmed off the top that some other people had kind of pulled in immediately. So we can easily stop here. But yeah, don't worry, guys. We will be doing a deep dive soon. We'll coordinate and figure out how soon. But this is just tip of the iceberg stuff that is surface level. People immediately got this from the first few hours, so you can only imagine the shit that's in there. But thank you, of course, for doing this with us again, and thank you, audience, for watching and stomaching this shit. But yeah, more to come. 3 million at least more files are still not released, on top of whatever we have to dig through. So again, shorter stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you again, Cam, for doing this with us, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys real soon. Brayden, you got anything?
Nope. Just find the card information.